and it's still tripping me out. I mean, I'm tripping balls here.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. 10. Ground control to Major Tom. 7. 6. Commencing countdown, engines on. 3. 2. Check ignition, and may God's love be with you.
Most space organizations, government or commercial, have set their sights too low. They've really built relatively small rockets. And Falcon Heavy is the first time that there's something that's arguably even in the super heavy class, or somewhere between heavy and super heavy. And showing that you can launch a giant rocket and have it be commercially viable, carry satellites, potentially carry people. Falcon Heavy is capable of actually taking a Dragon mission, taking people around the moon.
What did Falcon Heavy teach you?
I guess, told me like crazy things can come true. Because he'd said like I didn't really think this would work. Because when I see the rocket lift off, I see like 1,000 things that could not work, and it's amazing when they do. Those are the 2 side boosters. If you guys are here, you saw them land. That was epic. I think that's probably the most exciting thing I've ever seen, literally, ever.
And the Falcons have landed.
So there is money to be made in space. By the way, the governments went to space first. Just let's remember that. They took the risks.
What do you make of Mr. Musk and the others who are what they're going to?
Oh, Elon!
They're going to send their own planes up.
It's rockets. Yeah.
Right.
I'm skeptical, but I can tell you that the first people to do really expensive things where they're dangerous and people could die and there's no known return on investment, those are not business people. Those are governments.
But you were willing to bet the farm, so to speak, on this.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I figured like I was willing to spend half the money that I got from PayPal. With no expectation of return.
Right.
The first Europeans to the New World were not the Dutch East India Trading Company. It was Columbus, funded by Spain.
Because I thought this was just something that was pretty important, and yeah, I'm like, it seemed like you could spend half the money on PayPal on this, and there'd be, if that got NASA a bigger budget and resulted in us going to Mars, that would be a pretty good outcome.
If I say, hey, I'm going to go to Mars, bring in all your venture capitalists, and they start asking questions. How much does it cost? I don't know, but a lot. And is it dangerous? Yeah, people probably die. What's my return on investment? I have no idea, probably zero. That's a 5-minute meeting.
Well, we think you're going to lose the money that you invest. I was like, well, that was my expectation anyway.
Right.
So I don't really mind if I lose, you know, I mean, not mind, but I mean, it's not like I was trying to figure out the rank ordered best way to invest money, and on that basis, you know, chose space.
Right.
The Falcon Heavy has half the thrust of the Saturn V rocket. That's why they kept qualifying it, saying it's the most powerful rocket in the world today. The Saturn V was twice that power. Yeah, that was a pretty American thing to do. You have the most powerful rocket in the world, and what do? You send a car into space.
And you know, the colors all look kind of weird in space. There's no atmospheric occlusion. You know, like everything looks too crisp. I think it looks so ridiculous and impossible. And you can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly. Like, we'd have way better CGI if it was fake. It's just literally a normal car in space, which I kind of like the absurdity of that. I mean, it's kind of silly and fun, but I think that's, you know, silly, fun things are important.
SpaceX's lack of experience bothers some NASA legends like Apollo astronauts Neil Armstrong and Gene Cernan. They've testified to Congress that the Obama administration's drive to commercialize space could compromise safety and eventually cost the taxpayers.
Now is the time to overrule this administration's pledge to mediocrity.
You know, there are American heroes who don't like this idea. Neil Armstrong, Gene Cernan have both testified against commercial spaceflight and the way that you're developing it, and I wonder what you think of that.
I was very sad to see that, because those guys are, you know, those guys are heroes of mine, so it's really tough. You know, I wish they would come and visit and see the hardware that we're doing here. And I think that would change their mind.
They inspired you to do this, didn't they?
Yes.
And to see them casting stones in your direction.
It's difficult.
Did you expect them to cheer you on?
So they're hoping they would. 2, 1. That thing took off. Oh my God. Okay, let's go. Do you see them both light up?
Inside shut down. Inside boosters.
Yes! Look at them.
What? Look at that. That's unreal. I think we can really do this a lot.